Hey, you're now in the den with Dr. Jenn, a safe and comfortable place to explore female sexuality from a variety of perspectives and start thinking about sexuality outside the box. Today's topic for the Den Chat, HPV. Have you heard of this before? If you watch television, you may have seen commercials about this recently. Well, first, what does HPV stand for? Human papillomavirus. Yeah, that's why we call it HPV. Whole lot easier. It's the most common viral STI, sexually transmitted infection, in the United States, and it infects the skin and the mucous membranes. There's actually over 100 strains of HPV. Now, a lot of these are your common benign skin warts, but about 30 of them are transmitted through sexual contact. Some strains manifest as genital warts. Others are highly linked to cervical cancer and actually have no symptoms otherwise. Pap tests can detect cervical cancer at an early and very treatable stage. Now, like I just said, most HPV infections don't have symptoms, so individuals don't know that they have the virus, yet can still spread it. Maintaining a healthy immune system is a vital aspect of protecting oneself from the impact of STDs and STIs. Now, there had not been much public dialogue around this, which is kind of disturbing since it's so common in the United States. Why is it suddenly getting so much attention? Why are we seeing commercials about it? Tell someone. Because the pharmaceutical companies are making money off of it because there's a vaccine available to prevent several of the most common strains. Some that lead to genital warts, some that potentially lead to cervical cancer. Okay, bitterness aside, at least we're talking about it now. And one of the particularly alarming things about it that I don't think a lot of people know, and probably why it's so common, is that it doesn't require an exchange of fluids to be transmitted. HPV just requires skin-to-skin contact in the genital area. Yikes. Sexual fun fact number 70. Well, maybe not so much fun, but good statistics to know. And it's a two-part question. First one, approximately how many people are currently infected with HPV? Any idea in the United States? 20 million Americans. Yee. Second question, what percentage of sexually active men and women will acquire a genital HPV infection at some point in their lives? At least 50% of sexually active men and women will acquire an HPV infection at some point. The Den recommend. There's a lot of misinformation and confusion around HPV, and I've barely touched the surface here. So if you would like to read up more on your own, I recommend checking out this website. This is the CDC's, that's the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, fact sheet for HPV. Now, while I do think sometimes the CDC's information around STDs can be tainted through a conservative agenda, there is a lot of helpful information here written in a clear and understandable way. We got a new Den section here. Since we've been heavy into HPV this talk, there's a new Den section for you called What's That Word? So the word is apodysophilia. What's that word? A hint? It's the love of something. It's the love of taking off your clothes. Who knew? So, thanks for learning in the Den today. If you have any commentary on HPV or love taking your clothes off, visit me at DrJennsDen.com or email me at Jennifer@DrJennsDen.com. So expand your knowledge around those wily little viruses and be kind to yourself.
Move it.
Nothing like the word boob in a South Carolina accent. Boob.
So they called them when I grew up.
Boobs.